fellow campers, and welcome to our review of Weltevrede Resort, nestled on the banks of the Vaal River outside of Parys. It's tar all the way until the well-marked turnoff, and then it's about 3 kilometers of gravel road. It's bumpy in spots, but with careful driving, manageable by any type of car and tow vehicle. Once you reach the property, it's paved all the way. On arrival, stop at the top of the first bend and walk down to reception. The area at the bottom is very small and you won't be able to reverse or turn around. Complete the formalities and you'll be given your site number. The land side of the property is fenced and is surrounded by farmland on 3 sides, while the Vaal River covers the front. All sites have a roofed paved slab, a 3-pin domestic power point, water point, dustbin, and most have a built-in brick braai. There are 2 very different types of sites. First, what I call car park camping on sites 1 to 24. These consist of 2 rows of campsites entirely on paving under a tall roof. Sites are relatively large, but there is no privacy or vegetation between them. The upside of this is that the paving does help to keep mud and grass out of your van, and the paving is great when it rains. The roof certainly keeps you in shade, but it's not necessarily cool shade. The downside is that it's very sterile and a soulless environment. The front sites do have a direct view of the river and grassed frontage, and these are popular with fishermen. Then there are the separate singular sites, also with a roofed structure and paving, but here you are surrounded by grass and you have some space around you. These are mostly further away from the river, but there are a group of 6 sites at the far end which are ideal for groups as it has a shared fire pit and portable braais. There is a small jetty from which you can have nice views of the river. And lastly, there are 3 popular caravan sites along the water's edge, geelvis, kaap and gat. For anyone not wishing to camp, there is chalet accommodation. All the sites are serviced by 3 ablution blocks, A, B and C, or in more literal terms, small, medium and large. Ablution blocks A and B are dated, but all 3 are clean. The shower cubicles have an initial solid door, a small change area with a bench and hooks, and then a shower curtain into the wet area. Hot water is supplied by gas geysers and was very hot. Baths are available in each of the 3 ablutions, along with toilets and hand basins. There are cubicles fitted with grab rails and other devices to assist the elderly and the infirm. Ablution blocks A and C both have porta potty dump stations. There are 2 pools in the campsite. Rumour has it that one is usually warmer than the other, but perhaps being there out of season, it was not switched on and both were equally chilly. There is a kiosk, but it was not open at the time we were there. A large and popular kiddies play area has lots of elements to keep the little ones entertained, and the paved roads were well utilized by children on their bicycles. There is a combined scullery and laundry, housing a washing machine and tumble dryer, and these are for use for guests staying more than a week. A small shop can be found at reception with the basics of wood, ice, cool drinks, water and ice creams. For more, take the 10-kilometer drive to Parys, where there's a plethora of restaurants, pubs, takeaways. This is a busy tourist town with many small specialty boutique shops to browse through. Between the recently opened Rivershed Mall and the older section of Parys, you will find most retail shops, services and supermarkets typical across the country. Now, fishing is a popular pastime at Weltevrede, but birding was disappointing with few birds in the campsite or along the river. But muggies and mosquitoes were in abundance, even at the end of winter before the rains. And while mozzie repellent did keep the mozzies at bay, the muggies and the moths were a plague around any form of lighting, and it made it very uncomfortable to sit outside at night. Yellow or red lighting, even though they don't spread a lot of bright light, are definitely recommended here. Weltevrede is pet-friendly by prior arrangement, but just note that there are cats on the prowl and there are farm animals on the property. Load shedding does affect the campsite, and although there is a generator, a member of management advised that campers would need to buy the diesel should they wish it to run. Now, on the technology front, we were able to do all the usual of accessing the bank, sending and receiving of emails, and we could stream on both MTN and Vodacom, although Vodacom did seem to have the more stable connection. That's it for this one. Thank you for your time. Stay safe, be well, and I hope to catch you in a campsite sometime.